Start a local edition. I'm Brad Pomerance in the San Gabriel Valley. We're joined today by Lloyd Johnson. He is a member of the West Covina City Council, one of the larger cities in the San Gabriel Valley, over 110,000 people in the city, and a pretty large area geographically.
It's 16.3 miles.
Right, which is not a bad size
No,
at
it's
all.
not.
I want to talk about a measure that will be on the ballot in November. Before we talk about the particulars of that measure,
Yes.
and it should be interesting for all of our viewers, tell us about what's known as Sunset Field.
Well, Sunset Field, it is two fields. We don't even consider it a park.
Okay.
It has two ball fields on it.
Okay.
And it's mainly used, it's been used mainly for years as traveling teams come in, they play ball on there.
Okay.
We rent it out to them. We make about $10,000 a year off of them.
Okay.
But it costs us about $25,000 a year to upkeep it.
I see. Yeah. Tell us about Queen of the Valley Hospital.
Queen of the Valley Hospital is the biggest and most important hospital we have in the city of West Covina.
Okay.
What they want to do, they want to expand. So it's a very good hospital. They have the emergency rooms and stuff, but they want to expand.
Is Queen of the Valley Hospital near Sunset Field?
Yes, Sunset Field is in the back of Queen of the Valley Hospital. The only way you can get to Sunset Field is through the property of Queen of the Valley. West Covina has an easement to use it.
So, Queen of the Valley wants to expand. Sunset Field, in your mind, in many people's minds, is underutilized.
Yes.
And that is where Measure H comes in.
Yes.
What is Measure H?
Well, Measure H is the Queen of the Valley would like to purchase Sunset Field, and it has to go to the voters because
I must understand that. Why do the voters need to approve the sale of a piece of property? I mean, cities sell properties all the time.
Any fields like that property, ballparks, fields, playgrounds, belongs to the residents of West Covina. It may be city property, but it belongs to the residents of West Covina. That's why you have public parks. It belongs. You cannot tell the residents to go off of a public park because it's public property. As a city, we do not have the right to sell it without the residents' approval. That's why it's on the measure.
Okay. So you're going to your voters and asking for their approval
Yes.
to sell the land
Yes.
to Queen of the Valley. How much money would come in?
$3.9 million.
A little more than $10,000 a year.
Yes, and what it is, Brad, on that, some people say you can get a little bit more for it if you put it up for bid.
Okay.
But we have to understand something. Sunset Field is behind Queen of the Valley. There's a wash on one side of it, apartments on the other side. The only way to get to it is through Queen of the Valley.
Right.
They do not have to give an easement to a private contractor if they want to have it. So how are they going to get to that property? They can't.
So what about the loss, though, of the fields as athletic space?
I understand that. This field really isn't being utilized anyway.
Okay.
What we're going to do, as a matter of fact, we've already bought 0.8 acres over on Cameron Park, right on Lark Ellen Park, where there was a daycare center right there. They wanted to sell it. We're going to expand Cameron Park.
For more athletic uses.
Yes, and please understand this. We want everybody to understand this. The money that we receive from Sunset Field.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
The almost $4 million,
Yes.
where does that go?
Okay, it goes into a special fund that's earmarked only for, and this is on the ballot too, only for purchasing new parkland and doing capital improvements on that piece of parkland only.
Okay.
It cannot be used for any other parks or any other reason, just for that.
So Measure H says we have to go to that 0.8 acres?
No, it doesn't say that. It says
Any, okay.
any parkland that we want to utilize, make into parkland, but we can use it to purchase the land and upgrade it.
What about once you sell the land to Queen of the Valley?
Yes.
Are they obligated under Measure H to use it for medical purposes?
Yes, that's why they're buying it.
But are they obligated to? Do we know? I mean, you may not know.
No, we don't know, but Queen of the Valley is not going to buy that piece of property that's back there off to the set just to use it for anything else. No, remember, anything they want to build has to come through the city.
That's true, right. You do
We
need
can
land
deny
use.
it.
Right.
You know, we have the right to. And so if they say, no, we want to make it into apartments, we would say no.
I see.
We wouldn't let them.
So what do your voters think about this? What are you hearing?
A lot of the residents understand, yes, we want high-tech medical in the city of West Covina. It's a brand new emergency room with new emergency beds.
That's what they plan to put
That's
there.
what's going to be there. So what it does, it employs more people for the city of West Covina.
Mm-hmm.
Our medical care would become a lot better because they have an up-to-date emergency room with emergency beds and stuff, and for emergency operations and stuff.
I want to hold a few things up, if I may.
Yes.
This is the booklet
Yes, sir.
that we all received as part of the statewide election. I mean, it's practically as large as, you know, the best of Shakespeare.
Yes,
it is huge. If that isn't daunting enough, this is the booklet for LA County. West Covina is in LA County.
Yes.
There are so many items on the darn ballot, sir,
Yes, sir.
that I am wondering, how are you, as a proponent of Measure H,
Yes.
talking to people about going through President, U.S. Senate, U.S. Congress, State Assembly, State Senate, Supervisor, you may have a race.
Yes.
Do you have any city council races?
No.
17 statewide measures.
School bonds.
Local school bonds.
Yes.
And then, is this the last thing on the ballot?
It's pretty close.
So talk to me about that, because it's daunting.
It's very daunting when you have so many bonds, so many other measures are on there. So Queen of the Valley is doing all the advertising.
Ah, okay.
This is those things, they're doing the advertising, they're getting the flyers out, they're getting the signs out for Measure H. So we let them do that part of it. You want it, you do the advertising on it.
Is there a financial impact in terms of voting for Measure H? Meaning, will taxes go up? Will taxes go down?
No, the property being sold is not going to affect anybody's taxes whatsoever, one way or the other.
There's zero fiscal
There's
impact.
zero physical impact.
Uh-huh.
The money comes from there. Like I said, remember, we're spending approximately $15,000 a year out of our
Right.
budget to keep the upgrade on this field that's not being utilized.
Where's the city council on this? Have you voted?
Oh yeah, we've all voted 5-0.
5, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it's very rare to have on it, because we all understand, no matter what some residents are saying, this piece of property itself is very underutilized.
Are there other measures on the ballot specifically in terms of West Covina?
No, that's just a school. That's the school. West Covina Unified has a bond on there, but that's it.
But that's another measure.
Oh, that's a big bond,
I
too.
mean, if you think about it, there is a school construction bond, Prop 51, that's on the
Yes.
ballot. That's for the entire state.
Yes.
And then you just mentioned West Covina has its own school bond measure. And so, you know, I really wonder what's going to happen in terms of the haze of this election.
It's going to be really difficult. No one can call on either side. I really believe that Measure H will pass. There's more positive going out there.
Right.
The negative, what's going out there, are all false information. That's the bad part about it.
Let's presume it passes.
Yes.
When can we expect construction to begin on this new emergency
Well,
room?
that will have to be up to Queen of the Valley Hospital.
Uh-huh.
They have to get the CIP, whatever it is.
Yeah,
CPI, well, you know what I'm
Conditional
talking.
use permit, whatever
Yes,
it is.
it's CUPI, right?
Uh-huh.
They will have to get all that taken care of. It probably won't be built for another year or so.
But you're confident that this
I'm
is coming
pretty
down
sure.
the path?
Oh yes, it's going to be a beautiful facility on it
Okay.
when it's done, and I'm really 100% positive it will pass. And you can see, I would say this is 2016. I say by the end of 2018, you don't see a hospital being built there.
His name is Lloyd Johnson from West Covina. I'm Brad Pomerance, Charter Local Edition.